Chatman Friday,
a podcast for Maine in North and West Melbourne. Chatman Friday. Welcome, dear listeners. Chatman Friday again. Me, Syed, with my best friend Usman here in this show. We're hosting this show like every Friday, and every week we have a new guest. And again, we have a wonderful friend, a wonderful guest. And I don't want to tell anything about the guest because Usman is introducing him.
Yes. I'm gonna introduce my dear friend Jack, and I think that we are gonna hear a lot of interesting things from him, and with a lot of talents that he has.
Of course.
So, Jack, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name's Jack Singleton. I was born in Northern Ireland in 1954, which is a long time ago. But so we're very British in Northern Ireland. In fact, we won the golf yesterday with our Northern Irish fellow, Rory McIlroy. Mm-hmm. So don't say he's Irish, because we are very separate from Ireland. We're Northern Ireland, which is jolly British.
Oh, that's interesting. That's very interesting. Yeah. So do you know, I'm always hearing that you have a great voice, and
well, I spread that rumor myself.
Well, I start to believe it.
Yes. Well, anyway, I love to sing gospel, but I'm not going to sing gospel for you today. I'm going to sing. I'm going to sing Roger Whittaker's. Well, actually, I will sing Elvis Presley's "In the Ghetto."
Oh, okay. Elvis Presley is better. I love that.
Oh, well, Elvis Presley. Actually, I'll tell you about Elvis, because he was a truck driver. And he was listening to Arthur Crudup's recording. Arthur Crudup was a black American soul singer, and Elvis was a truck driver before he took. This is Elvis's very first hit, and this is when he became famous. But really, Arthur Crudup did it better than him, and I do it even better than both of them.
Oh, how is that? Sure.
Well, you know. So anyway, I'll give you a little bit of the one that Elvis did. He says. Well, that's all right, Mama. That's all right with me. That's all right, Mama. Any way you please. Well, that's all right. That's all right. That's all right now, Mama. Anyways, you go. Well, Mama, she don't told me. My papa, he did too. My mama, she don't told me. That girl no good for you. Well, that's all right. That's all right. That's all right now, Mama. Anyway, you please. Well, anyway, that was Elvis's first hit. The only thing he did different, in fact, he was worse than Arthur Crudup and me, but the only thing was he swung his hips, and that was the only thing he did different in the song. And that's why he became so famous. And if it wasn't for that song, he'd still be a truck driver and he'd still be alive.
Oh, yeah. A big issue now with a lot of Elvis fans, you know?
Yes.
They will have a lot of problem with this interview, saying, what? Are you saying this about Elvis?
Oh, well, it's just a true story, you know, because, he was just a truck driver, and most of the Elvis songs were covers of other people's songs. He never wrote a song himself. But anyway, he had a good voice, you know.
Yeah. One of his songs I love a lot, which is It's Now or Never.
It's now or never. I don't know the rest of the words.
Come hold me tight, something like that.
Yes, that's a good.
That's
really
wonderful.
good.
Beautiful.
I like because he had a song called the US Mail, but I changed it to the UK Mail because I'm from Northern Ireland and we're part of the UK. We're part of Britain. Let me see. I said all that, and I'll say all this. Been watching the way you've been watching my miss. For the last 3 weeks, you've been hot in her tail. You kind of upset this UK Mail. You better not mess with the UK Mail, my friend. The UK Mail gets mad, he's going to do you in. If you know what's good for yourself, son, you better find somebody else, son. Don't tangle with the property of the UK Mail. That's MALE, son.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's it. Yes, you did the initiative and created. Yeah, that's good thing. Yeah, that's right. So I really love to know. You said you were born in 1954.
Yes.
So since that time, it's quite long time, and you've got many experience from those times. I love to know. Tell us a little bit about the culture and food that time and the difference to now. What the big difference you see, like if you compare?
Well, the big difference is back then you had farthings, which is a quarter of a penny. You know, so and you had halfpennies and you had half crowns, which is 2 shillings and 6pence, and you know, florins, which was 2 shillings. So really, and I just remember those times fondly because a lot of the girls would do things like skipping and running, and nowadays they seem to be just on computers. So I just sort of remember those days when people walked everywhere and they sort of did a lot of outdoor things like playing soccer and, you know, playing tennis and everything. But now it seems a lot of people, not just children, have very passive lives sitting in front of computers. So I think somewhere down the track it'll catch up with people who won't have the fitness that some of the earlier generations had.
And about the food?
Oh, the food. Well, the food there was mostly potatoes, and on Christmas you'd have a chop or something. And on Sunday you had your Sunday dinners. That was always a roast or something. But most of the weeks it was just potatoes and peas and carrots and things, and it wasn't very special. But I married a Greek because her mother was a very good cook. So that's the reason I married her. And winds up, she was a very good cook too. So I married a Greek, and that's because I wanted to have something in common with Her Majesty the Queen.
You must love the Greek souvlaki, man.
Yes, souvlaki. I love any Greek food, you know, even, And I even eat olives and feta cheese and everything nowadays, compared to the baked beans on toast in Northern Ireland when we were growing up.
That's right.
So it's so healthy for us.
So I think we should have a short break, Usman. We forgot. It was a very interesting talk with Jack. Different things, music and food and culture. So we forgot to have a break. So we'll come back soon and we will continue with Jack some more talks.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Sing Now Community Choir. Join music director Susie Kelly in this inclusive community choir for adults of all ages. The choir sings music from across the world and spanning many decades. No previous experience is required. For more info, call us at 9328 1126 or visit our website.
And again, we are back from the break. Thank you very much, Jack, for all of the things that you shared with us. I'm very much interested about the men afternoon tea. I think that you have been coming for the men afternoon tea for quite some time. So when did you start?
Well, whatever time Neil started, because the previous incumbent was Neil, and I started. Neil lives very close to where the men's afternoon tea is, and so I went to him and he said there's free tea, so anything free I'd go along to. So I came to the men's club way back then. I can't put a date on it, but it was just good to have different cultures and different sort of men of different ages. So yes, I enjoy that, and the food, of course. Should have put that first.
So when it's free, that's the first thing that attracted you to come.
Well, you know, I mean, even though it's not a captive audience, but I like to sing for them occasionally because, you know, they're just sort of stuck in the room there. And I mean, like I said, I like a captive audience, but no, it's just the different conversations we have from different countries and different cultures. Sort of very interesting to learn about other countries and other people's habits and their hobbies. Yeah,
that's interesting. So, what did you find in the men's afternoon tea that makes you coming every fortnight?
Well, I think one of the things in the world at the minute is fellowship and real people fellowship, because some people are on the internet and all the computer things where they talk to people all over the world, in Canada and Russia and America, but they can't talk to people on the other side of the table.
Yeah.
And so we need that personal fellowship. That's the main thing with the men's group and a lot of other things. We just have
That's for me a
face-to-face.
big message that you said. People are happy to talk to the other side of the world, but they can't talk to the other side of the table.
Yes. It seems to be that way.
Yeah, it is. It's a big message. So you have to walk towards some centers. A lot of groups everywhere, especially here in North and West Melbourne neighborhood center.
And I think that having that fellowship, I think it affects the mental health of the person. Do you think so?
Oh, very much so. Because I mean, we got a terrible, record of suicides and people, harming themselves and taking drugs to to sort of deal with their loneliness and sort of. So I think it's a very big problem. So I think it can be solved with people who feel a bit more connected with other people, and I think that loneliness is the main thing. People, their minds sort of get turned into dark thoughts quite often. But if they have a few people to talk to in person, it sort of helps with that.
If you have a suggestion, Jack, to the men's afternoon tea group or to the center, Usman is here, so we are here. So the responsible people will listen to us. Any suggestion? Would you like to make it more frequently or make the time a bit longer, shorter? What suggestion you can?
Or maybe activities, whatever you would suggest.
Well, I think, I went to my daughter's in Queensland, Sarah, and her 10-year-old son played chess with me and he beat me the first game. But I beat him in some of the other ones. So I do think, something like that, it gets the mind working a little bit, like chess or some, even drafts, which I'm really good at, especially if you play it with huffs, which is a bit more challenging. But some games that people can play and some games they can play against each other.
That's right.
So it's not just two people, but if you can have a game with 6 or more people playing the same game, against each other.
That's right.
Although Monopoly takes much too long.
Yeah, that's right. That's quite good suggestion.
And loneliness. You have mentioned loneliness in the middle, yeah. So, do you feel that, like having such kind of a men group? How could it help with the issue of loneliness?
Well, I think with men's group, even though we don't visit each other much, I think even making friendships where you can go and visit each other at their home and or at their activities, what they get up to, and I think that sort of will take away a bit of the loneliness, and that people can let their minds wander when they sort of don't have anybody to talk to or to bring them back into the realities that life isn't that tough, So I think just visiting or even having the men's club, men's gathering, going to things like theatre things or even movie things or all together, just to think, or even sort of a barbecue or something. So I think that'll be, be sort of very good for people to actually socialise. More,
That's right, Usman. We have another break.
Okay, let's go for a
time.
break.
The men's afternoon tea. It's a casual get-together for some food and a chat with other men from the neighbourhood. New people are highly encouraged and it's free. It happens fortnightly Thursdays, 2:30 to 4 p.m. at 58 L Street, North Melbourne.
Welcome back to Chatman Friday. Our handsome guest here, Jack. So, Jack, tell us a little bit about life advice or what you learned from the life. A lot of people listening to us at the moment. So, Some of them they need some advice. Some of them they're youth. They need some advices from elder people.
Especially when we talk about loneliness, it's not only seen for those who are seniors.
Yes, that's true. Yeah, it is definitely both seniors and youngsters. No, I think what we need is, 2 or 3 good friends, even though you've got sort of, 20 associates that you hang around with a bit, but a few friends that you can confide in and really talk about things like loneliness and things like your religious beliefs or your football team or something. Just have a good. It's good to have a good variety of interests, so that you can have a good conversation with a good variety of people from different backgrounds and different different football teams.
So, have you got a lot of friends in the men's group that you are attending? And did you make? I know that your relationship with Neil is so good, but what about the others?
Well, I don't. I have a relationship with a few of them, but not enough, But really, if you only see him once every couple of weeks, it's nice to talk about what kind of a fortnight have you had, and just the interesting things they do. But I think Neil is, because he's got his own story, which is very interesting, very inspiring, So I think hopefully that we inspire each other in the men's group, in some way. So that's the main thing, to talk to people who've overcome some difficulties, and that's inspiring to all of us.
And do you advise other men to join the Men Afternoon Tea program?
Oh, yes, definitely. Yeah, it is good to be able to, even talking to fellow human beings is a very good therapeutic thing, I find. Rather than, as I said earlier, rather than talking into computers and, all that type of thing, but actually face-to-face with other human beings from other cultures and other countries is a big plus.
And how do you see the future of the Men's Afternoon Tea program?
Well, it's good to have things like we're doing today, and sort of talking about individuals, wishes for the men's group. But, I think it's probably more outings, together and more experiences together with, going to like theatre or movies or barbecue, something like that, just sort of socialise a bit more than just the 1 or 2 hours at the men's group.
I think that adding the frequency is very important and making it more, having more additional activities. And I can hear you on that, Jack. Really, thank you very much for all of the information that you have shared with us.
Yes.
I really appreciate every minute that you have already spoken to us, especially that I like your sarcasm, actually. You say a lot of interesting things.
Thanks very much. Yeah, no, well, anyway, my faith is the main thing. That's sort of a bit of a stabilizing influence. It doesn't matter what faith you have, but I think regardless of that, even if you are lonely and that, I think that stabilizes you and gives you a bit of a firm rock to build your life on.
Yeah, yes. Thank you very much, and we'll be very happy to see you in the Men's Afternoon Tea again and again, and maybe we will invite you once again in the podcast.
Oh, that'd be great. Yeah. I love microphones.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Really Thanks a lot. So, dear listeners, it was our today's podcast. Please contact us for more information about Chatman Friday or about the North and West Melbourne neighborhood centers. We have many more services, and we will be back with you next week on Friday.
It's right? Chatman Friday. See you next week.
Thank you.
Chatman Friday,
a podcast for Maine in North and West Melbourne.